An amazing statistic is 93% of people that transacted with a real estate professional will not use that real estate professional for their next transaction. That's so alarming.
You hear people talk about generating leads and building their pipelines, and you've been in the game a long time. What's your advice to somebody who's trying to build a good pipeline?
I think that it depends on the stage that you're at in your career, because if you don't have a lot of clients, or you haven't worked with a lot of clients, the upfront pipeline of trying to find new clients and working with them to build the book, because the reality is the portfolio in real estate's everything. So the book of business is everything, but you got to build that. So if you're more on the front end of that, to where and by the way, we're always trying to build that book. We're always trying to get more people into our book of business. But those that on the front end want to build more because they don't have a lot of people in the book is different than people that are trying to do both. So let me qualify that. We're always trying to get more people that we can work with, but we also have a lot of people that are in our book of business. And there's a lot of teams out there and agents that have hundreds, if not thousands of people in that book of business. Many of them make the mistake of they want to buy more leads, they want to pay attention to prospecting, they want to put tools and systems in place for that, when the real gold is in the past clients. The real gold are the people that you've already worked with that's had a good experience. An amazing statistic is 93% of people that transacted with a real estate professional will not use that real estate professional for their next transaction. That's so alarming. And it's not the client, it's because the agent didn't stay present with the client. So if you have hundreds of people that you've worked with, even 50, 100, 200, 1,000, it's more important to pay attention to that book than a future book of those that you don't know, because many of those people you're never going to work with. We spend all this money on leads, all this money on trying to get more people into the funnel, when you got the gold in your past clients, and so many people neglect that gold. Whereas, I guess what I'm saying is, instead of spending $10,000 or $15,000 a month on prospecting, if you have a good book of past clients, still prospect, but dedicate some of those resources to staying in front of your past clients. Things like quarterly events, inviting people to, a suite at a basketball game, or, movie night. But staying present with those people is far more impactful than trying to throw money to find people that I do think you have to do both, but you also have to be smart. But so many people, they don't apply the necessary capital and resources to work that book of business, and they wonder why and we're terrible at it. I mean, I'll be the first to say, we need to do a better job. We can always do a better job. Mortgage companies suffer this. The biggest issue with mortgage companies that have a big servicing book, they get the refis. So if you're a current client of a mortgage service provider like a Freedom Mortgage or a Mr. Cooper or a Rocket Mortgage or whoever, they're really good at getting those clients to refinance with them. What they're really bad at is when somebody wants to purchase a new home and get that mortgage. And the reason that is because those people call a real estate professional to come list their home, and they're going to buy. And that real estate professional gets in the way of the new transaction, because what they say is, talk to my local guy. And a refi, a real estate professional is not in the mix, so they call their current servicer. Where the real estate industry gets in the way of those servicers is their own relationships to what will be their new client. And so that introduction of the real estate professional for a purchase really hinders the ability for the servicers. And so what the servicer should be doing is they should be creating networks of trusted agents. So when their client calls them about potentially purchasing a new home, they have an agent assisting them, and we're creating a better process with that, right? Like, you got to get involved on the real estate piece when it comes to purchase, because the real estate agent is so important. My point of the portfolio is we all struggle with that. We struggle with retransacting of clients because for whatever reason, we tend to not pay as much attention to that. But as a real estate professional, a real estate team, or a broker owner, like, that book of business is so important, because odds are they had a good experience with you. And so if we stay in front of them and we're constantly doing things to add value, such as market analysis reports, do you need anything? Concierge services, whatever it is, think about investing money into that book, at least a portion, because that should be the easy stuff. The easy stuff should be the people that already like you. The reason they don't use you is because they forgot about you.